Okay guys, another video here today about my mini bike with the Predator 212cc engine. I just thought I'd show you guys some of the things that I did to it with the motor, and just, you know, the bike as well. So yeah, here we go. Alright, so this tank obviously is not, you know, the original tank that came on it, okay? This is actually off of a kit where you put a two-stroke 80cc engine on a bicycle, okay? But there's one problem with this tank that I realized shortly after I put it on here. I hadn't really looked inside or anything, which was a huge mistake on my part, okay? There is tons of rust in there, and you can't see it very well. But I mean, there's just tons of it. So, what I did was, I just hooked up this wire and I tucked it back right down there, so that way it just looks like it's being used for something, but really it's not. So yeah. Also, with the return spring, I had a problem where my throttle cable was too short, okay? I don't know if anybody else has this problem, but if you do, this would probably be really helpful, okay? So the original one on here, for some reason, the throttle was cutting the cable in there, and I've had to replace it twice now. So what I did was I put this handle off of that kit, the same kit where that tank came from, and it works fine. It doesn't make a clicky noise or anything, and it's been working great, no problems at all. I mentioned in another video the hole in the airbox that I did. Now, the reason I didn't drill holes or anything on top like I've seen some people do is so that way, if it sits out in the rain or something, there is less of a chance of rain falling directly on top of the air filter and causing it to rust. Basically, this way, it's kind of covered right here because of the gas tank and everything. And yeah, it's just a much better place. I highly recommend putting it there instead of anywhere else. You could actually, even better really, would be on the back, right there. That'd be a pretty good spot for it too, because it'd be hard for water to get in there that way. And if you do put it on the back, make sure you have your fender on, because if you go on trails or mudding, it will throw up water into that air filter and you will be done within seconds. And that would really suck. So, other than that, I really haven't done a whole lot. I had to put, for some reason, the muffler that it came with. Now, this one you won't be able to see very well, but right there, this is off of the original motor I had in here, the 196, and I'm actually going to paint this soon. Just black or something like that, nothing fancy. And, the original motor, the screws on top and everything, right there, came loose, but as you can see, those ones are rusted on, so I'm pretty certain that heat shield will not be falling off anytime soon. So yeah, also, let me show you something else really quick. This exhaust that I had. Okay. So, I had this awesome exhaust on here, and it was really cool. And it sounded awesome too. It actually sounded like it had a pair of balls instead of with this kind of wimpy exhaust. But what happened, I gotta have my buddy take it and weld it, because right there it cracked. And one day I was riding, and I was like, man, why is it? It's getting really loud, you know. It sounds like, you know, something's coming loose or something's really, really wrong with it, you know. Well, it cracked, so the screws on the original muffler up there and on the back side too fell off. So I was like, you know what, screw it. I'll put this one on there. We'll be fine. Good to go. Other than that, I have not changed hardly anything. One thing too, it comes with a bushing, okay, behind the clutch, because I had a problem with the motor where this clutch was just loose, okay. Now mine, I had to cut about 1/4 of it off, so it would fit on there and everything would line up right. But once I did that, it was fine, no problems or anything like that. I had to put some Loctite right there on that bolt because that came off a couple times and that just wasn't good. Let's see what else. I've only put about 2 hours of running time on it, so you know, I haven't really done much. This is one of my GoPro mounts, actually, and I had this on here, and it's actually pretty cool. You know, you can sit here and you kind of get like a first-person view of, you know, the ride and everything. But one thing that sucks is when it runs. Oh, here, I could probably start it and show you. 1 second. And so as you're going, you know, even when it's tight and everything, you know, it still rattles really bad. So I was watching the footage and I was like, man, this footage sucks. It's so shaky. You know, you could hear the engine a lot better because it's not in that waterproof case. But I mean, other than that, it just pretty much sucked because of how shaky it was. So I don't know how much I'll be using that. If I'm riding on the street and stuff, like at my one buddy's house where we go, he actually lives in a subdivision and they've got a bunch of trails out there, so we ride there a lot. But I'll probably use it then. But other than that, I'll probably stick to my helmet mount. And yeah, I know I saw in the comments on a couple other videos that, oh, you need to readjust your you know, the mount so that, you know, the aim sucks. It's like a crotch shot. And I kind of realized that too, and I was like, whoa, crap, oh well, you know. But so I'm gonna fix that. Oh, another thing, I actually forgot about this. When it comes, the sticker is crooked like that because when it comes, the pull start is all the way right here, which I did not want. So I liked how it was with my regular, the Baja motor that I had, where it's just like that. So I just took the bolts out, I turned it, put the bolts right back in. But you got to do it in this pattern because that's the only pattern where the grooves are for the bolts. Otherwise, you put it right here, it's not going to do anything. So, also put this thing on here. Totally adds like 15 horsepower. You know, so that's always great to have your little Craftsman keychain on there. But yeah, so that's pretty much it, guys. Thanks for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe. Thank you.